Episode 15.
Don't make the sounds. Rich does it in editing.
Yeah, your sounds are stupid. Just like you.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome
Welcome.
back. Episode 15.
Monday.
You believe
Share.
15 episodes?
Share, like, subscribe.
I'm so proud of
Yes.
you guys.
Yeah.
You're leading into it now.
50,
Well, it's important. People have to. You know.
56,000 views on YouTube.
That's pretty cool, man.
77 subscribers.
That's awesome.
And you know what's crazy? Like a year, 2 years from now, we're gonna look back. Oh, that was it. We only had 56.
I like the fact that like we can narrow it down to like so over the last like let's call it 3 weeks, the clips that we're putting out are consistently getting like 2,500 to 5,000 views each.
I think it's any of it's amazing if someone wants to listen to us or thinks what we're saying is funny. Because like I laugh, but
I like to think that the
I don't
people
know.
that hate it will still watch it. You know what I mean? People that don't like us.
I wish more people that hate it would comment.
Somebody called us a mean name.
What?
What do they call us?
Called us acoustic.
Well,
You're not far off.
I'm a little retarded sometimes.
Here's the thing, Joe.
Here's the thing, Joe. Sometimes I'm a little retarded. Yeah.
Wow, you really sounded like him.
Oh, I love Alex Jones.
Oh, yeah.
It's my man, bro.
That's my favorite impression.
I'm so happy he's back on the internet.
So
Is
happy
he?
He's making the frogs gay.
Yeah, he's on Twitter again.
Is it really?
Yeah, Alex Jones. Speaking of conspiracies, can I put on my tinfoil hat? Just a light,
Sure.
just a light tinfoil.
Do it.
Have anybody seen that movie that's been going around Netflix? The with Julia Roberts, the about the end of the world. What the hell's the name of it?
Is this the Obama executive producer?
Yeah. What's the name of the movie, Bando? It's a Netflix end of the world movie. I think it's
Just came out, right?
Julia Roberts?
yeah, Julia Roberts.
It's a new one. It's a new Netflix.
I think what the hell's the name of it? So I watched it the other day.
Yeah.
Last week I watched it. And it's a movie about the end of the world. Not a corny like zombie apocalypse.
Like
Just
leave the world behind?
leave the world behind. Yes, leave the world behind. So the opening credits, I noticed that it's executive produced by Barack and Michelle Obama, right? Ex-president. This movie is probably the most realistic example of how civilization could collapse. Like, you ever hear of like predictive programming?
Yeah.
Where they talk about exactly what they're going to do. They just tell you the plan. Like,
And it's like it's out in the open and it's like we told you what's gonna happen.
like, ha ha ha. Like, here's a movie about a cyber attack, a mass cyber attack that takes out the power grid, takes out all communications, and it's just slowly starts degrading society. You should watch the movie. It's actually like kind of an okay movie, but it's like produced by the Obamas, which I find so bizarre.
So
like, I get you got all this money, all this influence. You want to let's produce a movie. Why would you produce a movie
So I don't know how watered down or
about the end of the world?
call it whitewashed it was. So they did it. The director, I think it was, did an interview and explained that they had already written the entirety of the movie.
Okay.
And what they brought the Obamas on for was like kind of fact check it, like how realistic is this, how realistic is that, and they did like
yeah, because I'm
an
like
opinionated
I
like.
can't see them sitting there
rewrite.
writing a movie.
No, I didn't
Like,
say they rewrote the movie.
No, but they got
wrote the
producer
movie.
credit for giving their opinion on how realistic.
dude, that's
be.
how what's his name have
And I guess they toned it down based on like, is this even feasible?
Yeah.
Is this not feasible?
so
I
basically
mean,
like
I'm gonna guess that he's probably under some sort of like,
It's predictive programming.
yeah, but like he's under some sort of like gag order where like he can't like give.
there's
away
certain things that he
shit like
can't say. Yeah, absolutely. Every
It
president.
wasn't a movie about aliens and the JFK assassination. It was just a movie about what would happen. Take out the power grid, right? How do you like take down the United States of America without
saw that.
having to directly like attack us?
I saw that in one of the diehards,
Yeah, right.
and they had a traveling truck, so they couldn't.
Watch the
get their
movie.
IP address.
I'll watch it.
Watch-
I'm genuinely interested.
Watch the movie.
I canceled Netflix a while ago.
I canceled it too.
expensive.
I'm not getting whacked $20 a month to watch dog shit.
Yeah.
Conspiracy movies
I
about
should've-
the end of the world.
I actually got a bill from Sirius XM. I'd never canceled that. I haven't had a car.
Sirius XM?
I haven't had a car in 4 years, and I never canceled it. I just got a renewal
Really?
for $14.99 for the year. I was like, I haven't a car in 4 years.
Who still uses Sirius XM?
I had it in my BMW. and
I mean, he
was
said
like-
4 years ago. Like 4 years ago was when
Yeah,
it was
but
starting to wind down.
the
kinda.
fact that I didn't knowingly realize that it was still getting charged for it And it like hit me, and they're like, "Oh, well, we can change it and refund you $11 and only charge you $3 for the year." I go, "I don't have a card." They're like, "We have an app." I was like, "I don't care."
I have Spotify.
Right.
Like
But
what?
even Spotify now is $10.99.
Well, I'm on a family
Is.
plan. Like,
But
my
I do.
family plan.
I like Spotify. I try to like not pay for anything. Those like bullshit services, but. Since I started going back to the
Spotify's
gym
good, bro.
like regularly,
Yeah.
it's nice to have
worth
Spotify.
it.
Yeah, because of the music and
worth it.
I
stuff.
don't even
It's
use
worth it for us,
Pandora
too.
anymore.
Well, yeah, it's worth it. I don't like the commercials. I want to be able to find what I find, and then like I can link it through my car, which is cool. Like I can just have my whole Spotify thing. So yeah, it's worth the $10.99. I can justify
Try
that.
to cut back on,
but
like,
Netflix,
a
no
lot
way,
of streaming services. I've like down to like YouTube TV.
dude. It's all bullshit. I was fuming.
It's worth,
Yesterday,
worth every bit of the $73 a month.
I fume about it every time I put on like Prime, right? Because
Yeah.
you pay for Prime Video.
Yeah.
But now, okay, I got to pay for Prime Video. It's Christmas time. I want to watch Home Alone.
It's not there.
$7.99 they charge you
Oh,
for
the
it, bro.
rent?
Yeah, so like,
I think-
they whack you for all the fees. Oh, now you got the Amazon Prime, but this and that, and then like, you want to watch Yellowstone on Prime?
I think it's
Plus.
only
You
their
got to
stuff
get
can watch for
Paramount.
free.
You got to
Yeah.
get Paramount. So you got to pay for Prime.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay for Paramount Plus, and now you want to watch Yellowstone. $20 a season.
What?
Yeah, dog. The show's fire though.
For $20 a season.
They got me for
Yeah.
2 seasons, and I was like, nah, I'm not getting whacked $60 in a week to watch a fucking Kevin Costner cowboy
honest-
TV show. It's good though.
And I,
That's why I said it was like Cowboy Sopranos.
Yes, it's literally it's the
Kevin
cowboy.
Costner's Tony Soprano.
Yeah, it is the Cowboy Sopranos. Yeah,
He's got a little
totally.
fuck up son.
And-
Fuck up son. He's got like a hot daughter. Yeah. This
And
one. Yeah, the
thing
daughter.
is-
The daughter in Yellowstone though,
Yeah.
she's like totally unhinged. She's like a hot alcoholic psycho redhead.
Sick.
Yeah, sick.
And the thing
Yeah.
is
I
that
never got
at
into
this
that.
point, like, I can't believe of all people I am saying this, but I'm like, at this point, it might be cheaper to just go back to fucking cable because
Well,
you have the app. Like, all right, let's
Dude,
say for like
it used
CBS,
to be cheaper to just cancel cable, get
and
the
just have
internet.
streaming services.
But the cable companies caught on. So now, like the internet service costs just as much as like
Dude, I think I paid like $150.
getting a bunch of TV channels. But you don't even need to do that because if you have a Samsung TV, Samsung has their own like built-in TV network, right? So if you have a smart TV with internet, like you turn it on, it's just like a couple of hundred channels of Samsung stuff. Like
And that's built in.
it's built in. Every Samsung smart TV has it, and it's like cool shit. They have a whole Bob Ross channel where it just plays. Dude, 20, bro,
I'm pretty sure Bob Ross was on public access.
bro. No, but go
True.
like, but watch. Go. You want to watch? Good luck finding Bob Ross on TV now.
Yeah.
This on Samsung. Dude,
How many hours of happy trees
bro,
can you
it's
get through?
It's 24 hours nonstop episodes of Bob Ross, dude. It's
yeah.
insane. But they have all these other different channels. They have like there's this one channel that's they call it like Midnight Kung Fu, and it's all these old like Wu-Tang Clan style kung fu,
Shaolin.
like Shaolin Temple kung fu 70s movies. It's fucking awesome. But the internet still costs $130 a month.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. About to get the Starlink, which is the same amount of money.
Is that available?
You can get it anywhere. It's like stupid to get
And
it.
you can get it anywhere, but like,
Yeah, you can get it. Have you ever seen the Starlink satellites?
no.
Bro, I saw it towards the end of the summer. Devin, her family's there. We're outside making a fire.
Oh, you like saw it?
Bro, we were all like, what the fuck is that? Because put the tinfoil hat back on, how easy it would be to like pretend there's a alien invasion. Dude, this Starlink satellite is the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life. It's not one satellite. It's probably like 200 different satellites, and it just pops and it just circles the Earth, and it popped up in our area, and out of nowhere, it's just a light, and then a light, and then a light, and it's a trail of lights, like 50 lights. They're all perfectly spaced. They all move at the same rate of speed, and they just pop up out of nowhere, and it goes, and then each light disappears, and it's just this continual stream for like 5 minutes. It just goes on and on and on, and it's all these individual satellites. But that's what Starlink is. So you could get it in Long Island, but it's kind of stupid. It's really meant for if you live in the middle
In
of
a
nowhere.
remote place.
Yeah, upstate New York, middle of nowhere, where you can't just get like
You can't just run
Optimum
fiber
come to your
optic.
house.
Right,
Yeah, you
right,
can't
right.
run
Now, do you
cable.
have connectivity all the time, or only when it's in like?
No, all the time. But it's a satellite, so it just constantly goes, I guess. But
Interesting.
But yeah, it's
an array
pretty,
of satellites then.
yeah. There had to be like 200 of them. But it's crazy if you didn't know. Like, I had no idea.
Oh, that's like I feel like
So if you have no idea what it is,
Right.
you would just think
that happened a couple years ago.
and it's close too. It looks real. It's not like when you see a satellite wave. I mean, it looks relatively close, man. It's kind of scary. Like if you didn't know what it is, you could be, oh yeah, fucking alien invasion. I don't know. It's crazy looking though. Starlink. Shout out Elon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elon's killing it.
I have a question.
I have a question too.
You want to ask a question
Oh,
first?
No, you
fuck
go
no. Yeah, I would think something was up.
No, I'm telling you, if you saw
It
this,
looks like a string of. It looks like Christmas lights. It looks like a string of like Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Just straight out, like just like when you're testing them before you put them on the tree.
But the lights start and it stops like as suddenly as they appear.
You
it
would
just
absolutely
stops.
think something up.
We were all like, "What is that?" Everybody was like, "Holy shit! What the hell is this?" It was crazy.
Yeah, no,
Starlink,
wild.
man. Yeah, it is kind of wild. Like to not be like, "Oh, FYI, there's a Starlink satellite overhead today." There's
Can you
not an
imagine
alien
like
invasion.
some remote, like indigenous whatever that like just not doesn't do internet and
somewhere
cable,
in the Amazon? Seeing
and they
that,
look up and see that, they would lose their mind.
they might have, or not even some indigenous thing. Just be in the middle of Siberia or something or whatever. You don't know. Like I don't know. It doesn't have to be like in the Amazon. You can just be in the middle of fucking.
Some regular
Siberia is
guy-
where the woolly mammoth park's going to be. I think they know technology.
That's where all the woolly mammoths are in Siberia, dude.
By the
Where
way,
that's
I'm
where
not
they're
gonna
that's
lie.
where they're bringing them back.
That's Jurassic Park, but just
Yeah.
like dirty elephants.
It's going to be in Siberia.
Dirty hairy elephants.
I'm not gonna lie, that is my favorite clip that we put out. The Indominus Rex one.
Yeah.
That's my favorite video.
That's a good
I
clip.
I edited that thing perfectly.
Yes, you did, because of the length of time before I actually say Indominus Rex is like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
You're quiet. I've been talking a lot. Let me hear your question.
Okay. What? Okay. What's something that's normal at 3 p.m. and terrifying at 3 a.m.?
I work in a high school. Children laughing.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I agree with that. As someone who has kids who have like had kids, kids are just creepy as fuck.
like
at 3 a.m. They come in like,
I can't sleep.
Dad, my belly hurts. Shut the fuck up. Go back to bed. Yeah, no, totally.
Kids.
Children laughing.
Yeah.
Or children
Probably
crying.
Or crying.
Somebody
Crying.
knocking on your door.
Children.
Yeah,
right?
someone knocking on your door.
Could easily be like an Amazon delivery at 3 p.m., but at 3 a.m. you're like,
Like,
who's
yeah.
getting- who's getting
There's
shot?
nothing. You got to knock on the door. There's nothing good.
Or like, simple things, riding the subway
Nah, I've done it.
at 3 a.m. though.
Yeah. Yes.
Could
What?
be a sketchy.
Yeah, I've absolutely done it.
I had a knock on the door.
Yeah, but it could be scary at 3 a.m. No?
A ride on the subway?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, there's probably less of a chance of someone jerking off or smoking crack on the subway at 3 a.m.
Hey, I fully saw somebody jerking off at 3 p.m. And
Yeah, I feel
I
feel like 3 p. Like if I'm a guy who's just gonna so unhinged that I'm gonna jerk off on a subway,
Yeah, I want-
3 p.m. is what I'm doing.
Yeah, if I'm into voyeurism,
Yes.
I want people to be
Dude,
around.
Yes, I'm just whipping it out
Exhibitionist.
right on the A train.
I remember I was on the J train. It was
Yeah,
going to Jamaica
yeah.
Center. And the dude is doing his thing. This girl's like, oh my God, what the fuck? Yelling, whatever. Right as I turned around, he let go on her. Like it
Really?
it arched.
Whoa.
Like it caught hang time, bro. And I was just
Whoa.
like, what is happening
That's
right
like
now?
Silence of the Lambs.
People just be doing. My dad was he was in the city. He called me like a couple of months ago. He's in the city for something. He's like, "Oh, I had to call you. You think you're sick? Fuck, you like this? Yeah, I was just taking a piss at the train station. I go in there and there's a guy just pants completely down around his ankles. He's just jerking off in the urinal next to a kid. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? He's like, yeah, because people just be beating off in train stations in the city. I guess.
Good Lord.
Good Lord.
You know, I don't want to kink shame, but really though, like
That's your thing?
I mean, I don't think he was
exactly.
I don't think he was doing it because there was a kid there. I think he was just jerking
mental
off in
health.
the
I think he was
urinal.
just
Because he
doing
had
it.
mental health issues.
He's fucking schizophrenic.
It's like anybody that's at the urinal with their pants around their ankles.
You know what? You talk about a knock at the door three early in the morning is never good. Last week, I got the kids up before school. Devon's there because she moved in, and then it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the couch with the kids. And I just like an aggressive knock,
like
a cop knock,
like a police?
like a police knock. I'm like, what the fuck is this right now? I look back at my couch to see out the window, and all I
Being
see
swatted.
is an arm of a police uniform.
oh.
And I'm like, motherfucker, what the fuck do they want right now? 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm pissed off, going to open the door, ready to just yell at a cop.
Your sister-in-law?
My sister-in-law. It's so ill though because every time they come over. Where my house is, it's like right in front of a stop sign, and people just blow through the stop sign all the time. And I'm always like, "You're a cop now in the neighborhood, like the 5th." That's her. I'm like, "You got to come and you got to set up right across the street, and you got to start nailing people for fucking blowing the stop sign." I'm like, "I'm telling you, you'll be cop of the year, easy ticket,
Facts.
easy."
Facts.
I said, "You want an easy start to the morning, right?" Yo. That's what she did. She's like, "I just want to come say hi." I was like, "Oh, well, you scared the shit out of me. I thought that you were a cop. I was going to start yelling at you. I thought you were
Come
just like,
during normal business hours.
but
9 to 5.
It was her schedule. Her like 7 to 6 to 3 or 3 to 11, whatever the fuck she does. We were talking, and then she was like, "All right, I'm gonna go across the street." I was like, "Okay, cool." Yo, she wasn't parked across the street for 5 minutes.
I can imagine.
She nailed somebody immediately. So she just like pops up. She like writes a couple of tickets and then goes off and does everything. I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Dude.
gets them."
I'm not gonna lie. One of the gridlock days that we had, that's a thing in New York City. For the
Congestion things.
no, the gridlock days, like days when they estimate that it's gonna be like shitty traffic.
Yeah.
I am getting ready to go into the Holland Tunnel, and obviously you're not supposed to block the box.
Yeah.
But when it's congested and packed, you don't have a choice, bro. It was like 8 meter maids just standing
Block
there.
the box. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Block the box.
So
It's like a cock block,
So all right,
but for road travel,
the 4 intersections
Okay.
of the block will make a box.
okay.
Yeah.
And that's always supposed to be clear.
Yeah.
Right, dude. When I said they were like 8 meter maids just standing there, just giving dudes tickets, and it's like it's a congestion. Like you're milking the drivers at this point. Bro, I was so mad.
Well, they're getting them
It sounds like you need a service called traffic busting.
because now they're going to start. Now they're
Do you know what that is?
No.
Have you heard of this?
No, what is that
So, in Beijing, which has one of the worst
in the world?
congestion traffics in the world.
Right? Worse than India.
Yeah, because India. So the thing with India is the traffic is horrible at all times, but they move.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
it could be like a 3-lane highway. There'll be 5 cars across,
Yeah.
at bumper to bumper.
Just
but they're
9
moving-
million cars, but they're all going.
But they're
75.
going 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it's always moving. So they have such bad congestion. They have this service. It's called traffic busting, and for $60, somebody on a scooter will come up to your car with another person. The person will get in your car. You get on the back of the scooter. They'll take you home, and they'll sit in traffic and bring your car to your house.
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
That's
like
an
what
amazing idea.
That's like
Traffic
what they do
busting.
for the drunk drivers. What they do out east. They'll come and they drive your car home.
Yeah. I don't think that. Dude,
They
I
do that
haven't
in Grand
seen
Theft Auto.
That got like popular for a few years, and I don't think it's as popular as it was.
It was
people
po-
just
it was
people in the
popular-
Hamptons just hire drivers now.
No, it was. You know what it was? That was popular before Uber was really popular.
Yeah. That's
Uber,
a good- yeah, that's-
that's
Wait.
1,000% the
But
reason.
I think Uber does that too. Like if
My cousin did it in the Hamptons. He lives in Patchogue, and he would go out in the summertime, and this service they would literally drive to your house on a fucking scooter,
Yeah.
and he'd be like, "Yeah,
Oh,
dude."
and they like fold the scooter up, put
Yes.
it in the trunk of your car,
Yes.
drive you home.
He did it. He's like,
Yeah,
"Yo," I was like, "I did it a couple of times." Like, it was fucking sketchy because like I had to go like
The
deep
weird
in those
people, Northwest Woods?
Just dude. He literally the north. He's like, He's like, "Bro, I had to go like the Northwest Woods in like 9 o'clock at night. There's no fucking lights out there." I'm like, "No, dude." He's like, "And those roads are winding." I was like, "Yeah, I would not
deer
do
everywhere?
Yeah, deer, other drunk drivers.
yeah.
Like, I would never do that. But that was like a big service. That was like way before
that was-
Uber.
yeah.
Now Uber's everywhere out there.
But imagine that though. You're just stuck in traffic. You like Snap, whatever the service, it just pulls up. Some guy hops in your car. You're like, all right, let's see you in an hour.
That's an awesome idea.
I would have 100%
$60
do that.
seems expensive though.
Not
Dude,
really.
not
I
really.
don't know,
Sometimes,
dude.
I would pay any amount of money to
convenience
not be
over-
in traffic.
When I used to have to go to the Bronx
Convenience over
for
cost.
work, and I would like sit back in that. If you would like leave after a certain time, you were just guaranteed to hit traffic. I would have paid $60.
Absolutely.
Beijing's also one of those places like India where like you'll see 5 people on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean it's
You're like,
Beijing.
what? I have a picture in India at a gas station, and it's literally a family of 5 on one motorcycle. It's a husband, a wife, and 3 kids.
It's awesome.
And one of them's like a little infant in the mom's hand, and they're like just like
No helmets.
no helmets,
None.
none.
They're just riding with.
Just ripping down the highway of like a 3-lane highway, 5 cars across, and they're cutting in and out of cars.
That's so amazing.
With 5 people on a motorcycle. It's nuts.
And then
That's
going back to
amazing.
that conversation that we had a few episodes back where drivers just suck. Rich and I are driving over here today. Dude, I'm on the on-ramp. I need to merge over. I see the guy come, like driving up.
Yeah.
So obviously I slow down. as I'm now, mind you, I'm in a V4 Jeep Cherokee. Okay, so I'm not moving. Like I can slam on the gas and my car's not going anywhere. So I slow down and I can't spool back up.
Literally, both cars come to a stop.
So the guy and he pulls up next to me. He's
On
like,
the service road.
I'm just like, dude, like, why would you do that? You were going like 60. Why would you stop?
People can't drive in the rain. The rain was intense today.
Yeah, it was.
I drove through a puddle.
It's crazy on the train.
Dude, I drove through a puddle. It had to be over 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
You could hear the rain pounding the train. I was like, what is going on?
I love that. I could have slept all day this morning.
I'm
I
like
love
that,
that
too. I'm
rain,
like that, too,
that dark. Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, my roof, you can hear the raindrops.
I love it.
Yeah, oh my God, it's amazing.
Nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Clean.
Well, I'm terrified because I'm like, one day this shit is going to leak. Like,
Did you get your roof checked when you bought the roof?
yes, I did.
All right, so
I
you
made sure.
good.
I have
part of
another.
the inspection
They said I
process.
have approximately like 5-ish, 7-ish years, give or take, left. So it's not a new roof, but it's not old because the roof is supposed to last 15 years. That's what the inspector told me. I don't know these things. That's what he said.
All right.
So yeah,
Well, hope it doesn't happen. It's like fucking expensive, bro. Place a roof.
yeah, I can imagine.
It's a lot of TikTok streaming. That's a lot of glizzies, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Gang, 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 gang.
Glizzy.
Dude, I saw a Santa Claus.
Docking up. Docking up. Docking up.
Well, yeah, yesterday I saw a Santa Claus stream. I was just like, really, bro? This is what we're doing?
I just want 1,000 followers on TikTok so we could just.
I don't know.
Do
I
NPC
trust you
streams.
to do NVC streams, dude.
Why not? I'd be funny with it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say anything bad. I would just.
No,
be
I don't think you would say
ASMR.
anything bad.
I'd just be like, be mean to me. Be mean to me.
Abuse.
Ha ha ha. Yes, I do have a stupid face. Ha ha ha.
Tip me to be mean. Tip me to be mean.
Yeah, get it off your chest. Tip me. Give me a glizzy and just be mean to
Grinds
me.
my gears.
You know what grinds my gears.
Now, what scuffs my Timbs?
I just do. You know what scuffs my Timbs? You know what really creases my flat brim? So I have a question.
Okay.
If you were like very wealthy,
I am very wealthy.
no, like not spiritually
I am
wealthy.
loved, so I am very.
Yeah, not spiritually wealthy. Like money, like actual money
Yeah.
that you can just spend money on like things.
Yeah.
What would be the one like luxury that you would just spend so much money on like regularly?
Give me a wealth number. Give me a net worth number.
Fucking that money doesn't matter.
Money doesn't matter?
Money doesn't.
Oh, we're
Just,
talking
you're
like
rich.
Elon Musk rich? Like,
Nah, just rich.
I buy the most pointless.
You,
I would
you're
buy
worth
the most-
worth $100 million.
I would, $100 million. That's it.
2 million, 200
All
million.
right, great.
I don't know.
Whatever.
You don't
Fine,
have to worry.
fine,
You don't have to worry about money.
So
money,
I would do the most pointless thing ever and buy a minority stake in one of my favorite sports franchises where I wouldn't even share in the revenue because it wouldn't be enough to even move the needle. Because I'm stupid like that. I'd be like, I'm part owner of the fucking team.
That's what you spend it on. I'm
Kind
talking.
of,
I'm talking
yeah.
about things, not like a business venture.
Like a oversized helmet filled with cottage cheese or
Like
something. Like
things.
you're talking about lottery winner
Well,
things.
No, you just be like something you get into. You're like, oh yeah, I just buy this.
You're like ransom list things.
yeah, things. Not like a
I
sports
want a
team.
helicopter filled with peanut butter it's waiting at the airport for me.
Does that be it? A helicopter full of peanut butter.
No, but you know, like you ever see like movies where like they're like robbing a bank and they ask for like a ransom and they
Yeah.
ask for like these like outlet. I think of like Airheads.
Yeah, yeah,
They're like
yeah.
think of like these like ridiculous things, naked pictures of B. Arthur.
Yeah, just like things like you could go spend money on a Tuesday, and it doesn't matter. Like spending $2,000 is like spending $5 to you. You know, just like stuff, things like a little thing that you like.
I mean, I already have like I've already mapped out like when I come into wealth like the dumb useless things of like, you know, classic cars, like
Yeah,
you know,
probably
fixing
classic
up
car,
old
yeah.
cars,
Yeah.
things like that.
You know what my thing would be?
What?
Framing, custom framing.
Like picture frames?
All my things that I don't have frames for.
Remember I
My
worked,
framing guy would
remember I
get.
worked on that frame deal?
Yeah, I remember that. Whatever happened with that? Didn't I put
The
you in
guy
touch
was
with
full
him?
of shit. He was like half of them were like repops. They were like
Really?
he had like half sold the collection 3 times over, and like half leveraged the rest of it. And like everybody on the street, like Sotheby's,
Yeah.
all
They got
those-
passed around.
They like all knew about the deal.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this guy like has sold this deal like 6 times.
That repop shit, you got to be careful, dude. I went to a coin show last weekend just to go. I haven't been there in a while. And I'm walking around, not really any interesting coins, but this one guy he has like an auction house on Long Island. He had a Tiffany's lamp You know Tiffany's, Tiffany lamps? There's like not Tiffany & Co., it's Tiffany Studios. Like predates Tiffany? Not really. I don't think it predates, but like it's different. But it's Tiffany lamps. They're super collectible. And I have a customer who collects Tiffany's lamps. I sent him a picture of it. I said, you like this? I don't know anything about these things. Make me an offer. I'll try and buy it. He goes, I'm a buyer at $12,000 for a fucking desk lamp.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
$12,000.
$12,000. I offer the guy $9,000. He's like, oh, someone 10 is like, I'll give you, do $9,000. I'll pick it up at the auction on Sunday. Yesterday. He goes, deal. I'm like, okay, perfect. Call the guy. Say, all right, you got the thing. Great. Made $3,000. Nice.
Yeah.
Easy day.
Right.
Happy. Smile on my face.
One phone call. Love it.
Yeah. Easy money. I get a call the next day from the guy. He goes, oh, yeah, I sent those pictures to like my people I buy Tiffany's from. Mind you, this guy, my customer, is worth $500 million. Like uber wealthy.
Yeah.
So like the people he's calling is like this one dealer, like she's the chick that they put on Antique Roadshow to like she is.
Where she comes in and shits on somebody. With
shits on somebody's Tiffany's lamp or like makes their life. Like she's the person. Yeah. Both of them like, it's fake. It's a fake fucking Tiffany's lamp.
Hope you didn't have to pay for it.
I didn't have to pay for that shit. No way. But then my
There's
cousin.
no chance that they like knew it was at that auction house and they were like, oh, we'll just get
this is like a small obscure auction. This lamp came out of just some like random estate in Manhattan. And then I'm looking at it. He's like, yeah, like look at the stamp and this. And so I'm looking at the pictures again. I'm like, oh yeah, that does look.
So once you pointed it out, it was like obvious.
Yeah, once he pointed out, I'm looking at him like, yeah, I guess like that. Yeah, I could see that. So I didn't make any money.
Well, that's kind of like.
But then my customer, I'm like, how did you find it? You call? He's like, well, yeah, so I offered it out to them, just not to sell it to them, but just to see what they would think. And I offered it to them at 17 because that's a good deal. I was like, oh, so you offered it to the deal.
You were gonna make $5,000.
He's like, well, if it's real, it's worth like 30 to 40,000. I was like, did you just try and roast me?
Yeah, he did.
I'm like, you were trying to buy a $30,000 lamp. This guy tried to fucking Foscolo me. He tried to Foscolo me.
Rich.
Yeah, this
all
cocksucker.
of a sudden I feel fine with the mic.
Yeah, see?
All of a sudden I feel okay with the mic.
You feel I lost. I didn't make any money. This week has literally been a massive loss for me. I've lost so much money this week. It's not even funny.
You didn't buy that lamp though.
No, I didn't.
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The lamp could have washed the other losses that I took. It would have made me nice and even.
Yeah.
I could have bought my kids something for Christmas. I don't even know what they're getting anything for my kids for Christmas.
Buying
Side
shares.
note,
I'm
I
buying
do have an
shares
answer
of a
now.
coal company for everybody.
I do have an answer. Smart home shit.
Smart home shit?
Yeah, smart home like.
So like you would have like the most tech heavy house of all time,
bro.
Yeah, okay. So
like,
but that's
yeah, you don't even have to wipe. You just press a button, it wipes for you.
Like that's what I mean.
It
You got all that money and you did that little
and
things.
Like, I don't even have to dry myself off after a shower.
Yeah, because you don't need to
I just
spend
go like
this
this.
much.
Yeah.
You absolutely don't need to spend this much. You just need a regular doorknob, but it's like I have the biometric. That's me.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
My doorknob is heated and cooled.
Yeah,
heated
exactly.
in the winter, cooled in the summer.
That's what I mean by that question. Not like, I'm going to go buy an airplane or a Ferrari today. I mean, like things like I would go spend like
a lot of
$500 to get something that I paid $60 for framed. That's what that would be literally. That would be like my framing guy. He would see me pull up and he would instantly get an erection because he knows
he's gonna make
frame everything.
He's about to make fucking racks off me.
Everything.
Frame everything.
If money was not an issue for me, at this point I might as well just buy my own Best Buy because I'm just gonna keep just going in there buying shit.
I would probably get into records too.
I got into records actually.
Devin bought a record player in the house.
Relaunching Circuit City.
I'm bringing back Radio Shack. Yes.
Fully.
Yes. Yeah, records would be a good one too.
Yeah.
Because like Devin's moved in, so she bought a record player and all her records, and we got like a little.
I really like vinyl.
It's nice, dude. So every day now I've been listening to it. I stopped streaming the music, and we have like a nice. I would get her records for like birthday, Christmas, shit like that. So we have like a nice little record collection. Bro, dude, I've been playing like Elvis Costello.
Throw
like,
on while you're cooking dinner.
Yeah, bust out a record. Been listening to like Pink Floyd, the Dark Side of the Moon album,
like verse.
Yeah, man.
Dude, by the way,
it's nice, bro.
I found out that those dust sleeves that come with the vinyl, you're not supposed to keep them in there.
Really?
Yeah, it was some dude and he was saying the science behind it. And I was just like, he's way smarter than I am. Just according to that guy, he
So
said
you're
that
not supposed to keep them in there?
Apparently not.
Really? I didn't know
it's
that.
like,
What was the reasoning?
It'll damage it somehow. It degrades it. Just
Really?
enough that
I wonder why that is.
I could see that
Well,
because
things get like stuck to it, and then they go in there and scratch it when you're pulling it in and out. Right?
so it could be the material that the paper's made of. So for like coins, right? So coins will tone. A coin starts out one color. Over time, oxidation, other like environmental factors will give.
Is that like patina?
Yes, but yeah, it's kind of like a patina.
Okay.
But it's toning like the coin, like a silver coin will become rainbow tone. Sometimes we'll get these beautiful colors, right? So a lot of the time back in the day, 70s, 60s, 70s, and earlier than that, paper used to have sulfur in it. So sulfur will make coins tone. So over time, the sulfur sitting in a coin, sitting in a piece of like an envelope with sulfur in it over 30, 40, 50 years will just make this coin tone incredibly beautiful. So I could see there being some type of issue with old records, having there be some type of chemical within the paper that could degrade the actual record. That would make sense to me.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
But I could spend money on records too. I look at it, I was like, how cool would that be? Have all that money.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, we're going on a trip. Go to a random record store in a random state, just spend like $2,000 on
issue
records.
is I
For
could
no
spend
reason.
so
Have a
much money on
massive
so
wall
many
of records
things.
with an insane sound system, like an awesome record player with
used to-
speakers.
See, I used to have one of like the
Like Henry Rollins has an insane
even
record
when
player.
I wasn't making a lot of money, I still had like a crazy sneaker collection. Like,
but I
would
feel like
spend
everybody has
money on
sneakers.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But
so
see,
it would
but
be
the
very
difference-
easy for me to start spending money on stupid things.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean. Stupid
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
I'm not
wow.
talking
Things that you
peanut
don't
butter
really
filled
need.
helicopter.
So many things.
So many things. Like, what
So
would be the
many
things? What
And
would
to
be
be
the
honest,
things?
So many things.
To be
So
honest
many
with
things.
So many
books is another thing. Like first editions.
Oh,
and
I would get.
I can lose money on
I've been.
books,
I have a
bro.
crazy
I've been
amount of
going
books.
down rare book
should check
Instagram rabbit holes, dude.
Oh,
I would
really?
spend.
You should
I would
check out
buy
my
so many old
bookshelves.
books. You
Yeah.
got books.
Yeah, I got books in Russian. I got all sorts of books.
I saw this one thing, right?
Fuck, you
And
can't read Cyrillic. What are you going to do with Russian books?
They don't know that.
They don't, them hoes don't know that.
They don't
It
know
makes
that.
me look real cultured.
You better watch the drip on the mahogany there, Playboy.
It didn't drip.
But
Drip
I
on
saw
me.
this. I saw this one thing on TikTok, and I was like, I am absolutely buying it. It's a custom stamp, kind of like a what's the people who signed
Notary.
Notary, yeah,
Yeah.
like a notary stamp.
Yeah, a
And
seal.
it says, and it still will say like from the library of Ron Lazam or something like that. I was like, I have to have that. I must
You can just
have that.
open up an LLC, Ron the
Well, I have
Zom
a few
LLC,
LLCs,
and
yeah.
you can get you can get
the
seal.
The seal, yeah.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like,
What's the point of that seal though? If you have an LLC, what do you do with that?
I think that's what back in the
So you
day.
officially stamp your papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let 'em
I don't
know.
think there's a real purpose for it anymore.
That's what I'm
Honestly,
saying.
if you
But back
get
in the
like
day-
you get like a LegalZoom LLC, like you very rarely now get the booklet mailed to you. You get
Very
like,
rarely.
you get digital copies now.
Dude, I have like 3 LLCs on LegalZoom.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any of them. No, I only got the first one physical, and that was in like 2014.
Ron
maybe.
L just running all the PPP scams.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm ready for the next pandemic.
Listen, when I tell you
Taking out
how
all the
many
MCA
friends
loans.
messaged me and said, Ronell, you own multiple businesses, PPP, blah, blah. I was like, fuck no. I didn't even look at it. I was not risking it.
You should let us get you an MCA.
no comment.
Joe Biden, you still owe me 20 racks.
No comment.
A comment. He still owes me 20,000. I had a very legitimate business during
Post pre-pandemic.
pre and during pandemic.
but the PPP was for pre-pandemic, right?
He owed me 20,000. You scumbag.
Joe Byron.
Joe Byron, where my money? I got 23 baby mothers, Joe Byron.
Real bad, man.
Real bad man. Yeah. All right. So framing, records, books, cool things. Yeah. Okay. Sneakers. There's money to make in sneakers, man.
There is the problem.
I think that ship sailed. Like you can still do it, but it's a little bit from what I understand. I know people who deal in that through like collectibles and stuff, and they all say the same thing, that it was like pre-COVID. You could make real money selling, and you could still make money doing sneakers, but like your like the cost of entry is much higher, and it's much higher to like get in and do it now.
I have stuff unworn in boxes that are worth crazy money, like Kobe's that like
Really?
Speaking
yeah,
of,
I just don't do anything with them.
Why sell them
Because I'm gonna keep them.
for what?
They were gonna go up in value.
yeah, they appreciate it.
I can't even say.
have a
Oh,
pair
it's
of-
stupid. They will keep going up in value.
I
if
have
they're
a
good
pair. I have a
sneakers.
pair of Jordan 1s that are worth like $11,000.
What?
Nice.
Really?
They're gonna go up more.
Where?
They're in storage.
Should get them out of storage, bro.
No, they're in Goat storage.
What's Goat storage?
Goat is an app. It's a sneaker app.
Oh,
And
really?
and you could
I don't
pay for the
trust that
service.
site.
They authenticate, store. But you can store a certain amount.
You can
for
still
a certain
get fake
amount of
shoes
time.
through GOAT. You can absolutely still.
I didn't get the shoes.
No,
through-
I know that. I know that. I
shipped
know
them
that. I
to
know that.
them.
You got to be careful
them
with
to
sites
them.
like that because they have that for like
They
every.
swap it out.
Yeah, they have that for every version of. They have it for cards, watches, like everything.
I also have some other stuff that's
But you
going to
gotta
be
know-
worth a lot of money that is sitting in storage in Southampton.
like actual storage.
In boxes, like brand new.
I would get
like-
those sneakers out of the GOAT app because you never know, things could go wrong and they could lose
I pull
all the
stuff
money
from it all the time.
Yeah.
So like at one point I had like 17 pairs like with them.
Really?
And I'm down to like 6.
Oh, so you got things, you sick little hoarder. Fuck you. Acting like I'm the one with the problem. I got all my things.
I got a sports memorabilia collection too.
Well, sports memorabilia is mostly worthless.
I have some stuff that's worth stuff.
I have a collection.
I have
and
one
know it's
card
worthless.
that's ungraded. It's worth $700.
You got to get it graded.
I know. It's been in the case for 20.
It doesn't matter.
Years.
You know what though? You can
30,
almost
probably like 30 years.
you could almost screw yourself with stuff like that because you could have a car that you think is perfect, aesthetically perfect, but your odds of getting a 10 are very, very slim.
Well, it matters how it comes from the manufacturer.
Because it all comes to the manufacturer, and like you can't see very slight hairline scratches,
micro abrasions and
yeah. So like it might look perfect, corners and everything, but the way they look, the card grading companies
even if
look
like
at it,
if it's printed
Yeah.
just off center,
Yeah.
or how it's cut, it's so
because the centering's a big thing. Like I bought a Jordan rookie 3 years ago at a coin show. I went to a coin show in Florida. I actually wound up spending more on sport cards than I did on coins at the show. But it was a Jordan rookie PSA 8 off centered. So like the difference between an off centered PSA 8 Jordan rookie.
cut.
Yeah, like
properly.
the way, like there's the frame of the card, like the way the image sits in the card, it was to the left.
Hey, grab one of those Pokemon cards.
It was a little wider. But yeah, the difference between a Jordan rookie PSA 8 off-centered or just regularly centered.
Yeah. So like, look,
Fucking
hold on.
wild.
So you see like that yellow border? Now turn around. You see like that yellow border? Like if it's shifted just a millimeter off, like it just happened to slide during the cutting process, and I can knock it off a few bucks.
Yeah,
Makes it
1,000%.
cheaper.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot cheaper. Yeah, it's a
So
big.
you didn't know that it was.
No, it was graded off-centered. I bought it right. I want to actually fucking taken a loss for it because I went on eBay and then eBay just whacks you with fees and stuff. But yeah, no, it makes.
Well,
it
that's why I
cheaper.
use that app now.
There was actually a big thing.
I added like, I want to say like 30 choice cards to that app,
That's cool.
and like you get bids for them.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would sell anything on it,
You should
but
list.
it gives me a good like.
You should
idea of, like, what-
you should list everything, and I could do it for you through my
waiting for
eBay.
I'm waiting for your website to go up. So then
No, fuck the website.
But I'm going to show you the app
should
with all
bring-
the cards.
You should
so
bring
see,
the
like,
cards.
what's worth it?
so I can photograph them and put them on my eBay for sale, not in an auction.
Yeah, but I'm not going to bring the entire collection because
You don't have to do the whole collection. Bring
the ones that are valuable.
Bring the ones that are valuable, and then you can put it up for whatever amount of money that you want,
I
and
need to
someone
start
throws
selling
offers
some
in.
shit because
Dude, I'm
So
not
bring
gonna
on
lie.
yourself stuff.
That's how I
extra
feel with my
cash.
Pokemon cards. I have so like I'm not saying like worth anything.
I got a bunch of
$1 here,
X-Men
$2, $5,
playing
$10
cards too.
Those are worth
I
money.
like this a stack like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are worth some money. It's all condition based. In addition, like
Got some garbage pail kids.
those aren't worth anything. They're
Are
cool.
they?
No, but they're just
Nah, they're not
funny.
really worth a lot
I
of
thought they
money.
were worth a few bucks.
No,
They're just funny.
they're funny.
Yeah, they're absolutely funny.
Condition. It's all condition
But dude,
based.
when I tell you, I have so many Pokemon cards.
I had a bunch of comic books, but they kind of got destroyed.
Yeah.
From our era of kids, there's only a handful of comics that are worth money.
Like early 90s
Yeah,
X-Men
there are-
and stuff like that.
books like that you buy at like 10 cents.
Not Wally the Wizard pervert.
No, but even still,
Comics.
those are worth a couple of bucks.
Got the Wally the Wizard pedophile.
Oh, you did this? I thought you were talking about me. What the fuck did I do?
Oh, this stack over here.
You know what's good? Cable #1, the first appearance of Deadpool, for Cable #1. That one's a good. That's a good book from our
I thought it
era of
was
childhood.
New Mutants.
New Mutants. But that
18
New Mutants is
the first of Deadpool.
first. That's a first appearance of Deadpool. But the Cable, Cable #1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good book from our era.
The first Gambit.
That's a good one. Yeah, Gambit 1. That's a good book. But again,
it's
all
not in
grade.
good shape.
Yeah, it's
the
all
cover's like ripped. It's
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah,
They
it's-
got like
That's-
they
yeah,
like
no.
those. I don't know why when so that was like I stored those. All that stuff I stored like in high school. Like
Yeah.
when I went to college, I like packed
Yeah,
up my
yeah.
room and like
yeah.
stored the stuff. And for whatever reason, I stored it like an idiot. And
Yeah.
like all the comic books got like fucking trashed.
That's like my
comics are difficult.
back when we were kids.
Settle down.
It's fucking people.
You know, like when we were younger, and Pokemon first really came out. I'm talking 99, 2000.
Yeah.
And like I actually have some.
Aren't you too old to
rare
like Pokemon?
For me?
Yeah.
No, we're like this. No,
Gotta
if
get
any,
your mom.
if anything, he's younger than us.
By a year.
I was literally the target
He's
demo
your
for
age.
Pokemon. No, I'm not. What?
Yes, you are.
I'm younger than him.
Yeah,
Well, like by
how
a year
old
or
are you?
two. I'm 37.
So is he.
I'll be 38 in February. So
Okay.
yeah, with a year.
I just turned 37. Yeah.
Nah, it's like the right because like
We're born the same year.
86.
like people were into Pokemon. Pokemon, dude.
But
Pokemon,
we
91
were,
remember
bro.
we were,
Pokemon.
we
Dragon
were
Ball Z.
literally
I don't
the
remember
target demo.
Pokemon.
We were
Your brother didn't
My
play with
brother's
Pokemon.
8 years younger than me.
So were my brothers, and they had Pokemon. We
Yeah,
didn't. We just
8
collect them. We didn't play them.
years. Yo.
The first game dropped in the United States in 98.
Yeah, dude.
I was like
In
9.
seventh fucking grade, bro. What were you doing? You weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
98?
You were like a virgin.
It was definitely a virgin.
Still a virgin.
In 98, I was.
Guy didn't lose his virginity until he was 37.
I'm waiting for the right one.
Yeah.
You call me godless.
Give me a Cinnabee.
I was 18. It's
Give me a
okay.
Cinna-unk.
Jerk.
Jerk.
But in any case, yeah. So like I have some
I don't know where the cum rag
Posters.
is.
What?
Come rag.
I don't know where that rag is.
Ish. But yeah, right. Like I have some cards that had they not been in my pocket in the 6th grade would have been worth a few bucks, but it's absolutely worthless because
Yeah, conditions everything.
yeah, man.
Fucking Pokemon cards, dude. If you knew the amount of Pokemon cards that I bought and sold over during COVID, you would be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Really?
Dude, I used to go with my other coin friend, and we would go to this place. It's called Brothers Grimm, and it's a card shop.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, it's legit. Brothers
yeah,
Grimm.
Yeah, Brother Grimm is nice.
Brothers Grimm is super legit.
Yeah.
and like they never open on time. They open at like noon. Everybody in
They
there's
absolutely
wearing.
drag you out.
Yeah, everybody in there wears sweatpants. Like it's just fucking nerds playing Magic, but it's a cool
Yeah,
ass
it is.
shop. And me and my buddy, we used to get along with the owners because like
They have an app now.
it's all widgets, right? Like cards or coins. It's the same.
It's the same concept. It's the same concept, just a different.
It's the same thing.
thing.
So we would like talk to them, and we would go and we would like spend cash, and I would bring my daughter because a couple of years ago, Pokemon. Thinking I got into it because of her. Yo, we got so into it. We would
She's
go
still into it?
No, she don't give a shit. She didn't even give a shit then. She would look at me and my friend and she'd be like, "Can we go now?" I'd be like, your friends would all think we're so cool. And we would go to like Brothers Grimm, and between me and my buddy, we would spend like a couple of $1,000
I
on
can see that.
Pokemon
I can see
cards
that.
and just ripping packs and this
So
and
you know
that.
what's
I have a
crazy?
question.
One second. Well, you remember when they reprinted the first generation of cards
Yeah.
in like 96 like 2016 or so?
Yeah.
So I was buying. That's when I really I finally started making my own money now, and I have a few bucks. I have frivolous money now.
Yeah.
And I was buying those booster boxes,
Yeah.
and my cousin ragged me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you loser! Da, da, da. And so I was just like, screw it. He's probably right, and I stopped buying.
Yeah.
Those cards now are worth a fair bit more than you would think that they would be worth.
I would arguably say that since the inception of Pokemon, it's probably outperformed the S&P 500, like legitimately.
I'd take that bet. I would make it.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be. I don't think
absolutely.
there's.
I mean, a lot of
much
things
argument
have-
for that because
Rolexes,
the
Pokemon.
the growth rate of Pokemon's probably 1,000%.
Yeah, and it's not going anywhere. Like Pokemon's one of they're going to be making Marvel movies for the next 50 years. Like Pokemon, my grandkids will be playing with
they're
Pokemon.
They're crazy. They're already doing reboots of Marvel,
Yeah.
which is
Just-
nuts.
yeah.
Which is nuts. That
Well, I mean,
10 years
that's
and you're
not
already doing a
fair.
reboot.
That's not fair, really, because the first couple Hulk movies were arguably bad.
Well,
They did have to reboot them.
No. Well,
Ed Norton's the best-
No.
the
First
best
of all,
Hulk.
those couple Hulk movies weren't bad. That
Ed
Edward
Norton's the
Norton
best,
one's really
the best
good.
Hulk. He's just difficult to work with.
That
so they wanna work with him
that
more.
Eric Bana one was really good too. What it has to do with is over the time is the rights, the ownership
That
of
too. Yeah.
of that's why like if you look at the comic book, Infinity War comic book, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, fucking Wolverine's on the cover. All the X-Men are there. They're part of the MCU, the Marvel Universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the ownership of X-Men versus like the rest of Marvel,
Like that. Look, the
is
Spider-Man.
different. Same with Spider-Man. So that's why
Yeah.
there's like this. There's the reboots, but over time the ownership changes. That's why there
Side
is
note,
that.
little fun fact that I found out. You know that Donald Glover directly led to the creation of Miles Morales?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I like that new
Fuck you, bro.
I like the
I know who Donald Glover is. I just don't know who.
Miles Morales is Black Spider-Man.
he's Black Spider-Man, but they
Was
did
that the Spider Verse?
yeah,
Yeah,
Enter the Spider
Enter the
the
Spider-Verse,
animated
yeah,
one, which
yeah.
was so good, so good. Loved
Yeah.
it.
All right, I stand
Loved it.
corrected. I I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was.
I
such
just
a
didn't
good
know he
movie.
had a different name.
They're gonna drop that again. I think they're gonna make
they're
another
making
one.
another one, yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah,
yeah. It
I
was
think,
really
how many
good.
are there now? 2 or 3, I think.
Of the,
I have a
the Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse ones, yeah.
I think 2. Just one. Just the
No,
one.
what?
Is no? I
It's
don't
at
know.
least 2. It's
Is
at
there?
least 2.
I don't know.
I have a collectible question.
What?
What's something that people collect that they're always insistent that it's valuable, but it very rarely is?
Beanie Babies.
Honestly, anything that people collect.
Yeah.
In my line of work, dude, everything someone tries to sell me, they think it's worth more than it is.
Yeah.
I got a box of VHS tapes right there. Guys can, these are blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Yeah, we just looked them up. Remember a couple
Yeah,
episodes
there's
ago?
like
didn't-
it's like there's so anything that someone's trying to sell it, they collect it.
Arabian Nights.
Exactly, dude. He's like, yeah, the Little Mermaid, it's got the penis, it's the penis castle. I'm like, okay, pedophile. Yeah, anything that someone buys
Wait, is it
thinking
true they removed the Magic Kingdom castle from Disneyland?
what do you mean?
They removed it because it's all penises.
The like the actual physical castle?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if it was like a TikTok bullshit thing, but I saw it on
the
TikTok.
Cinderella castle?
Yeah.
No, dude, that
No,
thing
that's
that's
still there.
fucking the
I
literally
saw it that they removed it with like overnight.
What?
What's that you can't remove that over?
Look
Have you
that up.
seen it?
Look that up.
Dude,
Look that
I've
up.
seen
I might be that might be cap.
That's no cap bussin', dude. Bussin' hard. Yeah, dude, no way. That's like that's literally the most iconic image next to the Mickey Mouse ears is the silhouette of the castle.
So with the Spider-Man thing, one was released and then one, they say 2023, so I think one just came out.
Really?
Yeah, 2023.
So good.
Across the Spider-Verse.
I like the reboots that they do with the animated ones, like the new Ninja Turtles one that they did. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, November 21st, 2023. Disney World removes Cinderella Castle overnight.
What?
Yeah, gone.
Gone?
Yep.
What do they put there? Really?
Oh, it's
No,
like
you're
a
full of shit.
it's like a celebrity death hoax.
Yeah, no, there's no way, dude. They can't take that down overnight.
I don't know. Fox Orlando put it out.
What?
I woke up to something crazy this morning. I don't know how Disney pulled it off. Walt
No.
Disney World.
You even if they removed it, let's pretend we live in a world where they did remove it.
That would be like,
not
man.
overnight. You can't. That building is massive.
Nah, bro, it's just a foggy picture, bro. You can't see it because of the fog.
It's fucking
Bro,
Photoshop.
it's not there.
It's
Dude, no way.
Photoshop,
Stop.
dude.
It isn't there.
It's the fog, bro. Look at it's the fog. You can't look. It's a foggy picture. That's they didn't that. Yo, it's there.
Well, apparently
that would be like on the that would be on the cover of the Post.
Okay, it's a hoax.
Yeah,
It's a
no
hoax.
shit.
Damn
Duh.
it. I fell for it again.
Idiot. You're so acoustic.
Bitch, I might be.
Bitch, I might be. Yeah, no.
But yeah, you know what else too? Those like anytime you see anything on like especially back in the day when you were watching TV, these collectible presidential plates or
worthless.
Oh, I got that.
They're all
Worthless.
I got that. My late grandfather, towards the end of his life, was just buying everything on TV.
Yeah.
I got a whole collection of 24 karat baseball cards.
Oh yeah.
That like he spent a couple
So much
$1,000
money
on
on.
that are worth like
Nothing.
The entire collection's worth $300.
Yeah. And
That-
good luck getting 300 for it.
right
Like
because that's how much they might be worth. So
That's how much
somebody's
they're
gonna
like
want to sell
selling.
them.
That's how much they're selling for on eBay.
Right.
But you have to have like the entire set, which I
whole
have.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
like you
But
remember
he was
those-
just
the
like
gold
buying
Pokemon
like
cards?
train sets
Yeah.
and like stamps and all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Worthless.
Poor guy.
But some things
And people were calling him. He was like giving them money over the phone and shit.
some things you never know though. Like they just had because now all this like pop culture stuff from when we were kids, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles are legit worth money, right? Sealed boxes, stuff like that. So Heritage had a big auction of all Ninja Turtle stuff, like from when we were kids. And they put up, you remember the ooze? You could buy the little Play-Doh things.
yeah.
Yo, how much do you think a sealed tube of Ninja Turtle ooze sold for at auction? Like actual sold, done, shipped, delivered. How much do you think a single
It was
tub?
they were
Yes.
big.
Like a fucking thing of Play-Doh.
$500.
Fuck no.
No,
More?
more.
What? I'd have said like 60, 100
Thousands?
bucks.
Are we talking about thousands?
After fees, it was like $1,157.
Bullshit.
Fuck out of here.
Hold up, I'll show you right now, dude.
That's
Wild.
wild.
Wild. People pay that. I had someone come in at my old shop. They bought me in a bunch of Ninja Turtle toys, sealed, like first edition Ninja Turtle toys. He's like, "Can you try and sell these?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." An hour later, another customer came in. He goes, "Oh, you just got those?" I'm like, yeah, someone bought them in. I'm looking for a buyer. He goes, Mike, because this guy collected coins. He goes, my brother collects all this shit. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, he's your age. He loves this stuff. He'll buy this right now. Called his brother. Guy's like, I'll give you $1,000.
Just no.
How about
questions asked.
Matchbox cars?
Some are worth a lot of money.
So I saw
some are not.
I have a decent amount of Matchbox cars from like when I was really little. I have like a toy box still that has like all these old toys in it.
Yeah.
And I saw on I forget what it was. Pawn Stars, maybe.
Yeah.
The guy I have the exact same Matchbox car. It's a Porsche 911 that like changes colors with like you heat it up.
Yeah,
like
like
get it
the
cold.
like the car wash one. Yeah.
He tried to sell it for 10 grand.
Yeah.
And it was like perfect.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting like 5 grand for it. But the problem is I was a little hard on my toys.
Yeah. That's the same thing I told you about Pokemon cards.
I'm looking at like my Matchbox cards. They're like ships missing.
Yeah,
like the
no,
paint
no.
and shit.
Condition is literally everything. No matter what type of coin card.
Played with my shit. I was taking it out of the boxes.
Conditions everything.
See, like I'm gonna be honest.
No 40-year-old virgin over here.
Conditions everything.
1,500 toys in the box.
My my original OG Pokemon collection.
Yeah.
Would have been worth thousands right now, but
Worth
they're
more than that.
worn.
First,
you know what I mean? Like
dude,
they're
first edition. If you had
I have they're all first editions.
If you, I mean, do you have a full first edition set?
No, because I collected them wrong. I didn't understand the concept back then. So, like, you have your fossil sets, your base.
Yeah.
I just collected them in order of Pokemon. So, it's like Pokemon number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah.
That's how I collected it. So, I have...
So you don't have a first edition Charizard?
No.
How do you don't have a first edition Charizard? You have the whole set, you said?
No, I didn't. No, I don't have the whole set.
I mean, if anything, first edition, like first edition holographics.
For example, like I have a first edition Articuno.
Okay.
That is worth would have been worth a couple bucks, but I was parading that bitch around everywhere, so it's like dog-eared and this is worth nothing.
Worth nothing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like you want to like go back in time, and just like let me just take this and put it away for you because.
Yeah, I mean, by that rationale, it was back in time.
I mean, dude, I had Bitcoin.
A mass property.
I mean, I didn't. Even, me and my brothers, we didn't even play Pokemon. We just like collected them.
Yeah, same.
And we just had them in the sleeves and bagged in the sleeves, and like I think my mom threw all that shit away. No. Pogs
I
are
remember
cool.
Slammers.
Yeah, they're not worth anything.
I was going through a box of my old stuff, and I pulled out like 3 Pogs, and they were like New York Yankees Pogs, like a Don Mattingly or Reggie Jackson, and who else? Somebody I can't remember. Like fucking Pogs, dude. Pogs are cool. I remember my cousins. They live out in California, and Pogs originated on the West Coast. And I remember one year they came out to visit for the summer. And I remember he bought Pogs out. I'm like, what is this? Like, oh, this is the shit, dude. This is like the shit out in Cali. I'm like, really? And I remember like I got a whole thing. My friend's like, what's this? This is stupid. I'm like, nah, this is cool out in California, y'all. This is cool. Then like 6 months later, everybody had Pogs in my class.
That was like 95, 96-ish.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, dude.
Dude, I remember because you know how I got my Pogs? The Scholastic Book Fair.
Yeah.
And I remember telling I was like, Mom, buy whatever.
I remember those, the book fair.
Yeah,
They still have
do
them.
them. They still do them.
them.
And I remember telling her, I'm like, Mom, I don't care what bills need to be paid. We need to buy Pogs immediately.
I remember going to the card shop in East Hampton back in the day next to the Villa Italian Specials, the pork store.
Remember Bernie's Sports World?
No.
Next to the where Cavagnola's is, next to the beer distributor in Sag Harbor. That used to be a sports memorabilia place for a long time.
I don't remember that.
Kid we grew up with, it was his dad's business, or like hobby business. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I would love to open like memorabilia kind of store. I would love to do
Would love to have a card shop. It's very hard to get.
What do you think is the most worthless hobby?
That's
don't
loaded
know.
because
Define
if you,
worthless, bro.
Right? Because if you like it, then it's worth something.
Yeah, people get.
RC planes.
No, that's fucking
No, that's
cool.
awesome.
RC
Are you
planes
crazy?
Sick,
Do
bro.
you know how expensive that hobby is?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's super expensive.
yeah.
And you know how the burn rate of those
It's not worthless
those toys.
though. It's not worthless though. They
Yeah.
get people that do that. They get
My
super
uncle used
enjoyment
to
out
have
of
it.
it.
My
Floyd
uncle used to-
Benfield, they have a club out there.
My
yeah.
uncle used to build them, and he used to like the big ones. Like he used to,
Yeah.
fly
Yeah.
them at like at Brookhaven.
Yeah.
Like he was like really.
I remember my dad always. Oh, we're gonna do that.
Get to touch anything.
My dad always used to say we were gonna go do that and get an RC plane. We never fucking did. Never did. Shut up, Ted. Where's my fucking where's my RC plane, Ted?
Skull again.
Oh yeah, got for skull on that one. Oh, remember back in the day? Remember the model rockets? with the cord and they would shoot up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are cool.
Those
I
are
gotta,
dope, yeah.
gotta find one of those.
I wasn't allowed to play with.
You gotta go to like a hobby shop. There's a couple of good hobby shops on Long Island.
Bro,
I remember
I
I
had
got
model trains for a little while.
yeah. I bought a
I got my grandfather gave me them.
3 years ago. I bought from another
It was
coin
like Bobby
dealer.
Baccarat and Sopranos with the model trains.
Yo, so that place that's in Long Island. It's called Train World. Yeah, it's legit. It's in Nassau County. I went. I bought an old like World War II era set of Lionel trains for my son a couple of years ago, and I had to get some parts. I went to that spot that they filmed that episode, and it's right. Yeah, it's called Train. It's called Train World. Yeah, it's like in Nassau County. It's fucking
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's super cool. You go in there, it's like everything model trains, bro. It's a whole model train shop.
Nice.
It's fucking cool. It's super cool. Like if you talk about, what would you do if you get money and in the space to do it? I could go deep down the model train rabbit hole
Well, for
because you
me,
can just
the
build out.
one that smoked.
Yeah, dude, my grandfather
all that
as a
stuff.
kid, he still has the stuff, but he's not set up anymore. He had a whole thing like the size of this room with like a cutout in the middle. You could go in and play conductor. It was like a whole
Nice.
train
I've
village.
always wanted to- yeah.
Me too. I always wanted to do that. That's like something I could get into.
When I retire, I'm not really.
We're never
into
retiring,
train.
Bando. Retirement's not. It's not going to happen for people like
Speak
us.
for yourself. I own
anymore.
property. Fuck that.
Your bank owns your property. You just rent it from the bank.
Fuck the bank.
Yeah.
And then even when you pay that note off, you still
Yeah.
you're renting the
Can
land.
you not?
You're
Don't take
renting-
away my happy.
Renting the land from the
this.
government.
Let me have
We're
this.
just two people that are bitter that don't own homes. We're almost 40.
Oh, speaking of homes, I saw an absolutely gorgeous home for $100,000.
Where?
Tennessee.
Pennsylvania.
I'm going to show you the place.
Alabama.
I'm going to show you the
Mechanics.
place. I'm going to show you the place, and then you're going to tell me
Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
That is in.
where do you think it is?
Mexico.
Yeah, I was going to say
Or Colombia.
Arizona.
Or South Africa or something.
Arizona.
Africa?
$100,000.
It's like Arizona.
Let me look. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Africa's
100,000.
not a bad shout.
I got to say I'm going to say Africa or like the Middle East or like
Midwest
South,
style, I'll
South
bet.
America.
Pakistan.
Pakistan. So a million. Okay. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
100,000 in
I
Pakistan.
think it was like 3,000 crores, which is like $100,000.
Should we just move to Pakistan?
Fuck it.
we just
We
buy
would
a
do,
sick house
we'll
in
do really
Pakistan?
well there.
Would we?
No.
No. We would get fucking beheaded within a week.
Immediately.
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 I'd like to move to Japan or something.
Yeah. I live in Japan
And
for a
just
while.
like
Speaking of,
work as an American in Japan,
Yeah.
like get hired to be people's friends in like clubs in Japan. Isn't that like a thing? Like they're like rich like Japanese or Chinese that like hire Americans to just come out and hang out with them because they just want like a tall American to be out with them.
Maybe.
I've
It's like, no, it's
heard
like a
that.
thing.
I've heard that. Yeah, that's.
I remember I watched something on Vice about a whole bunch of expats that Americans that like can't do shit in America because they're just fucking NPCs and they move to like China or Japan or something. And this one guy, he literally gets hired to just go pretend he's like, oh yeah, this week I'm going to a surgical convention, and he's hired by like a company to just go pretend he's a doctor, like an American doctor, and people are like, oh, he's like this big 6'3" white guy who looks like a cardiologist or something, and he just goes and talks and just walks around. People are like, oh, nice to meet you. Like they just think
The tall, right?
it's the
because he's tall.
it's the tall. He's white. Like you stand. Think about it. If you're like over 6 foot and you're white, how much do you stand out at a medical conference in Beijing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or at a nightclub in Tokyo. Yeah. Just
But-
get hired to go hang out with like some Yakuza.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Japan, and then back to that collecting conversation. That's another thing. You remember like those Gundam models? Now I didn't get into the Gundams, but Zoids, it's another anime. They have like similar model kits that you could build. I can just lose the rest of time.
You ever
just
get
building those
into
kits.
hentai porn?
No,
No. It's a good rabbit hole to go down.
I can honestly
What about
say
Legos?
Legos
is
are worth
good.
money.
Yeah.
Value in Legos?
Yeah, dude. They just, I saw it on the news like last month. They just busted some guy. He was doing something illegal. I think maybe he's a drug dealer or something or whatever. And they busted him, and he had over $250,000 in Legos in his garage, like unopened boxes. Yeah, no, dude, Legos are worth money, bro.
Bro.
What about die-cast like model car kits? You like build the cars.
No idea. No
That one
idea
I don't
about
know.
But probably, yeah, probably. Dude, there's someone out there who will pay
top dollar for
so much,
anything.
there's an amount of money that you'd be like, are you kidding me? For everything,
Yeah.
dude. It's everything. There's just
Interesting.
that guy, they're out there, man. And a lot of, since COVID, that like created a lot of interest in different hobbies and collectibles. People had extra money, and that was like where card ripping got so popular. I mean, during COVID,
magic sets flying off the shelves.
Bro, don't joke, because all this we're talking about magic cards.
Magic is like the OG of all of them.
No, not Magic the Gathering.
Magic?
I'm talking about like slide.
When I was in Daytona for that concert in May, there is like they have a little downtown, like this cool little old historic Daytona. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And they have a magic shop there.
Oh yeah.
But it was closed. I wanted to go into it. I was like, I've never been into an actual magic store. How cool is that?
That's fun. It's hilarious.
Kind of cool. It looked like it was there for a long time. People must be buying fucking hats with false compartments for rabbits in it, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Daytona's the magic capital of the world.
Come to find out, it's not Las Vegas. Like David Copperfield actually owns half of Daytona.
Yeah, you didn't know David Copperfield's actually born in Daytona.
He's like, I came here for Biker Week. I never left. What a shithole.
Jeez.
Daytona's cool, though. I like Daytona. Probably the only place on the East Coast of America you can buy a condo on the water for like $45,000 in Daytona. Crazy.
It's not a nice area.
It's
not.
It's not, but you can tell it's going to be nice soon. Because they had a big hurricane a couple of years ago. So when we were down there was very limited hotel availability because Daytona really got they got rocked pretty bad. And they're taking that money, dude. They are putting a lot. You could see the beginnings of like old Daytona downtown restoration. Like they got FEMA money. They had that federal dollars coming in. And I'm telling you, if I had the money, I would have bought a condo in this building we were in because, dude, I was talking to a realtor there. He goes, yeah, it's like people love to talk shit about Daytona. He goes, but this is the same strip of land, the same beachfront from here all the way, St. Augustine, Miami. Yeah. It's the same thing. He goes, you cannot buy an oceanfront place to live cheaper anywhere in the country. Yeah. And I'm like, I see that. Because forget about the white trash and all the bullshit Daytona, dude. We Airbnb'd this condo. Dude, we walked out and it's just white sand beaches. And it's beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful white sand beaches, gorgeous blue water. So like, what? Like what's maybe, there's 19 places to get your nipple pierced and a tramp stamp tattoo. Whatever, but it's beautiful oceanfront. Like, so who cares? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Probably not a bad investment too, because you got Biker Week, you got the Daytona Speedway there, right? You have Spring Break. I think you're probably safe buying like a $50,000.
Spring Break is still a big destination place.
It's not as big as it used to be, but I don't think Spring Break is what it.
Back when MTV was still doing. Music.
Yeah. Spring Break is. I don't think Spring Break's a thing like it was when we were.
Cancun.
I remember when I was in high school.
Foam parties in Cancun.
I remember
everyone's getting hepatitis.
Dude, I remember I was in high school and all my friends, when I was in boarding school, they were all going to Cancun for spring break, and I wanted to go so bad.
Senior frogs.
I was like, Dad, can I please go to Cancun? You gonna go to Cancun with all your jerk off fucking rich friends? You're all gonna end up in jail. You're not fucking going. I was so mad.
Skull there too.
Yeah, I got the skull. But give credit where credit's due, Ted. I was like, they're not gonna get arrested. Yo, my friends literally, they went out to some club, probably like a Senor Frogs, and they got into like a fist fight with a group of guys from Alaska. Every single one of my friends got arrested in Mexico. Literally got arrested in Mexico. The two of them, one was so drunk, fell off the top bunk, broke his fucking shoulder. The other one came back with like the Dumb and Dumber half tooth missing, chipped his fucking tooth. I remember telling my dad, be like, Dad, you were right. Like, all my friends actually went to jail in Cancun and got fucked up, dude. My buddy had, this is like still when you like take pictures with camera, he had like, thumbs up with like the prison guard in Cancun. It was fucking
I had a friend that
blood
got
all over him.
Arrested in Cancun. We were in Cancun and we were all at the club, and he was like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And we're like, don't leave. Don't go by yourself. It's like not safe.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, I'm tired. I'm leaving. So he left. We get back to the resort. He's not there. We're like, what the fuck? Next day, can't find him. We're like, where the fuck is this guy? So he was in jail. So what happened was he jumped in a cab. The cab pulled down an alley, robbed him, took all of his clothes.
Really?
And kicked him out of the cab.
Wow.
Beat the shit out of him, kicked him out of the cab. He got arrested for being naked in public.
Really?
And then he was in jail for 2 days. and like didn't know anybody's number, couldn't call anywhere. Was like you had they gave him like, some clothes, whatever, like jail clothes, and fucking he was there for 2 days.
Yeah, I guess Mexico is sketchy. Like I've only been there like late night to go to Tijuana, and I'm like, I get over there, I go to the
You have like a
the strip
direct
club
place. You're not like
I'm not
fucking around.
I'm not going further than like a block from where I am. So I guess maybe Mexico is kind of dangerous. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, everything's dangerous.
Everything's dangerous, dude. You ever been to Philadelphia? You ever been to? You ever been to Baltimore?
I have been to Philly.
I celebrated New Year's Eve in Philly once. So it was an experience.
I like Philly, dude.
I like Philly.
Philly's like the perfect combination of dangerous and historical. That I just love it.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
like
exactly what you mean.
might get stabbed, but you can go see the Liberty Bell.
You might get stabbed by George Washington's actual knife.
Yeah.
Get a cheesesteak.
Yeah, get a cheesesteak. Food is good in Philly, man.
Yeah.
Killer food in Philly.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I went to it's Ishkabibbles.
What's that?
It's apparently like one of the spots you're supposed to go in Philly for a cheesesteak.
Really? I never heard of it.
But I found out after I went. I mean, granted, Philly's like right up the block, maybe. But I found out after I went that it was like, no, that's a tourist trap.
Is it?
All the shit
So
that
is
we
Pat
get
and
mad.
Gino's.
Yeah,
Pat and Gino's, yeah.
But
They're
that's
right across the street from each other.
yeah, but that's good though. You got
New Year's
somebody-
Day, we got one from each to see which one was better.
Yeah, that's
but
what-
then De La Sandra's, that's the one. That's like the
I like-
OG like real spot.
I like Phil's. You ever go to Phil's
Phil's
on
is a good
South
one,
Street?
too, yeah.
That's
No, I
good.
don't know.
And Phil's is good because it's like it's black owned.
Okay.
So you go in there and like they're fucking mean to you.
That's the one they
like
talk
what you
shit to.
want. Like what you want. Like you get up there like you better know.
Yeah.
Yo, chopped cheese, onions, whiz. Like you gotta know what you want because like you've never felt like
Nobody
you
feels
start,
the
you just start sweating, bro. You're like oh my god. And can I get a t-shirt?
Please.
Yeah. Yeah, Phil's is good. I like Philly.
Speaking of, dude, I
like Philly.
nearly got robbed for a tip. I ordered food at work,
Yeah.
and I always tip with cash.
Yeah.
So, and also I don't trust when I write, like when people give me the receipt and I sign. So I always put 00, for the tip because I'm giving you cash. And then I signed the dollar value. I guess Buddy didn't realize.
I always
Cash.
write cash, not 00, because you could just add a fucking 1 and another 0, and now you just left $100 tip or a $1,000
Okay,
tip
true,
or a $10,000 tip. How rich are you, homeowner? How rich are you?
Not that rich. Not that rich.
Like how many zeros you think we could add to this fucking guy's tip? Yeah, you got to write cash. You have to write cash. Yeah,
Okay.
always write cash.
Straight cash.
But
Straight cash.
And like the guy, now, like I said, I was fully, because like, first of all, I've worked service industry.
Yeah.
So I believe in tipping. You know what I mean?
You always want to leave a cash tip if you
Yeah.
have cash.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it gets taxed and bullshit. You got to leave cash.
That's exactly why I do
cash
it.
tip.
Dude, when I tell you, the dude's built like me.
Yeah.
And like, it looked like he was trying to fight me. Oh, you're not giving me a tip. You're not giving me a tip. And at first I was going to explain. Then I'm like, I don't fucking explain myself to you.
Some
Like, I
nonsense.
have cash in my hand.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Like, I'm like,
Just
and
reach in
now
the tip
I
jar. I gave you this.
What's that?
But dude, like, he was so angry, bro. And he was like, "Oh, the next time you order from here, we're gonna make you pick up your own food." And I was like, "Dude, your restaurant is shitty. I don't care. This is New York. You're not the only Chinese restaurant in town. Chill out."
I always take care of. I always tip my Chinese food
absolutely.
delivery guy.
Absolutely.
They like
Absolutely.
me. My Chinese food
Well, they do
delivery
that
men.
then.
They've been seeing they know my kids since they were babies.
You know, they like
oh, she gets so big. She's so big now.
you can't do the
I'm
voice.
pretty sure you can't do.
Why
the
can't I
voice.
do the voice?
You can't do the voice.
Can't do the voice.
You can't do the voice. You cannot.
Don't do the voice.
But you know, like in New York City now, they banned tipping on DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I ordered Uber Eats a couple days ago, and there's definitely
Maybe,
a tip
maybe
section.
not. Maybe in Jersey, but in
No, in New York. I still
no,
work in
where
New York.
I live in New York City, they don't have tips anymore.
Really?
So
Why?
they you pay the extra fee. I don't know. Apparently, like there was some issue. So New York, Manhattan passed some law that like you don't have to you don't tip anymore. So now you just pay a service fee, and they're supposed to get a tip out of that.
That makes sense because I have noticed that ordering on Uber Eats is way more expensive. I went to order like some shitty burger from like some shitty burger space, and it came in like $40. And I'm like, if I'm
service fee now
spending
is like
that
$8,
much money, I'm going to a real
People,
bistro.
I think it was because people were like under tipping. I think like more.
Yeah, if you under tip,
more,
you're a dickhead though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's an under tip though? What's under tipping?
It's 15%.
And why is that? Why is that New York City's fucking problem? Why? Why is?
Wait, explain. I don't.
Well, they have a minimum
Like, if-
pay.
if the city
so
is-
for courier service now, they have a minimum pay.
Okay, but that should be on the person,
On the
service,
owner, on the
not
business.
not
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
If I want to tip $1 or $100, that's my prerogative.
That's mine.
I'm
yeah.
fucking broke. I'm
Yeah,
poor.
but
I
now
have no
Uber
money.
Eats, now Uber Eats and DoorDash have to pay a minimum to their delivery people.
It all goes back to the customer. The customer's the one who gets fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I said, dude, now
But New York City shouldn't have to get involved in that.
Yeah,
they do.
like
I agree.
because they do everything. Now, like, what is it? The congestion.
Don't
the
bring it up.
congestion toll. Is
Dude,
that's real?
I drove down
That's
the Williamsburg
sick.
Bridge.
That's sick.
Rich, I will send you the picture. I was driving up driving across the Williamsburg Bridge from Williamsburg into Manhattan, and they already have the fucking toll cameras sitting there, bro.
Which
I was
for the
so angry.
listeners in the middle of the country who've never been to Manhattan, the Williamsburg Bridge is a free bridge. You don't pay a toll to get over that. You just
You do now.
Well, but it's not a toll. It's a congestion fee. Yeah. That's fucked up, man.
Bro.
And what is it, like $15 for a car?
$15.
Or is it like 15 for a truck, 9 for a car, whatever it is?
No, it's 15 for the car, and it's like 20 for a truck.
23 for a truck.
And that's just going into Manhattan. Do
Yes.
they get you going out of
No.
Manhattan? So
It's
just
once
going
a day.
into
We say
Manhattan.
once a day.
During their congestion times, which their
But the
congestion
thing
times
is-
are basically
All right, so
18 out of 24 hours.
So,
Right.
but say I have to, I go over the Queensboro, Williamsburg into Manhattan. I got to rip back to the boroughs, and I got to go back to Manhattan. I
No, so
already
you're
paid
fine.
it.
You already
just
paid.
one time.
You're just one time.
Even if I go, I'm going over
So you go
Williamsburg
30
one way,
times.
and I'm coming back the
yeah,
Queensboro.
no, you go in 30 times all the different bridges as long as allegedly as
But
long as
who's
you pay
who's
once.
doing that? Nobody's doing that. You're in there. I
Bro.
mean,
And
that's
it's-
absurd.
it's
That's
the
crazy.
Fucking taxis, bro.
Wait,
That's
so
just
you don't-
pissing me off.
So let's say you did the Williamsburg, right? And you get charged for that one time. And let's say you leave the city and then you have to go in through the Holland Tunnel. You have to pay that toll as well.
yes, but
Well, yeah, because that's
that's
another
fucking
toll.
crazy.
But
Yeah.
they're putting lube on. They say that they're going to
What?
give you some kind of credit.
Like
What?
So like
spit on it. Kathy Hochul just spits in your mouth.
so if you go into if you go in through the Holland,
Yeah.
you'll pay the Holland fee.
Okay.
And then when you get into the city now, you'll pay only $5.
Whatever. Just another way New York is
Is
extracting
jerking. Yes.
You know, they're failing
hundreds.
miserably at their legal marijuana endeavor.
Pathetic. Leave it to New York,
To make weed less cool.
a state that can and will eventually be like it'll dwarf California's
Oh, for
legal.
sure.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
New
If they
York.
could only just figure it out, they wouldn't have to do these extra fucking tariffs.
Even like a lot of the people within that industry are all like, "Oh, New York is going to be the Amsterdam of the United States,"
Sure.
and they're just fucking it all up,
Yes,
dude.
yes.
They're fucking it all up. Like,
I think
leave-
Miami's the Amsterdam of the United States.
no, I'm Amsterdam towards like marijuana, not like the other drugs and stuff. Like,
Everything.
no, there's no. Listen, Miami's lit. Everything in a little this, but there's no way there's a more lit city than New York.
Than New
If
York,
you're like, if
Vegas.
you don't, no. Think about it. If you don't, like, if you're just some guy,
Yeah.
you're coming to visit New York. We make fun of those people all the time. Golly,
Some guy.
like, where do you go? You just go to some jerk off spot. But if you're like a New Yorker and you know where to go,
Yeah.
there's no place more lit than New York.
That's true.
No, like if
There's
you're
a reason the city
yeah,
never
like if you're in the scene and you know like the crazy rave to go to
Yeah,
in like Maspeth, Queens that goes 4 days straight, dude. There's
It's called
Miami,
It's called Polygon. It's
yeah, Miami. Fuck Miami, dude.
Miami what?
Fuck Vegas,
Dude,
bro.
well,
Please.
so-
Listen, Miami's like that too. Okay, I went to Winter Music Conference, right?
Yeah.
we were going to space, and there's a huge line at the door, and the door guy goes, "Folks, I got good news and bad news." It's like, all right. Bad news is it's $200 to get in. Good news is we're open till Wednesday. It was Thursday.
Oh no.
It was Thursday.
So they were open for a
it
week.
just never.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's places like there used to have Sound Factory in Manhattan, which
They
is
don't
like
have
that.
that
They don't. Well, I know they don't have that, but is there a version of
there-
Sound Factory where you can just go in a K-hole for fucking 6 days?
Not
in
6
Manhattan?
days, but like there's Polygon in Brooklyn where you can like they stop serving alcohol from like 8 in the morning till 11, and
Yeah.
then they start serving again, and then
Yeah.
like they're just open. But it's like open for like 2 days. It's not like open for like ever.
Yeah. Well, I guess because Miami's just one of those places that people go with the intention of like, oh, we're going to Miami.
It's the first time I ever seen Tusi. I had no idea what it was.
Tusi was that?
You don't know what Tusi is?
Nah, bro.
Tusi is like
I'm not cool like that.
So it's like every drug, like mixed together. It's
like what
speed, K,
Sherman?
coke.
What's that from that movie? Oh my god, that movie with Russell Brand and Diddy's in it. He's like a Jeffrey.
A Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a Jeffrey.
No, so it's like it's like powder though, but
Okay.
it's like bright. It's like your color shirt.
Okay, mauve. It's mauve colored.
But it's like bright pink.
Okay.
So like So we're in Miami for Winter Music Conference, and like I'm just seeing this like red dust everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's everywhere in the bathrooms.
What is the red dust?
Yeah,
though?
so I'm like, it's called Tusi. I had no idea.
Okay.
So like people, I'm like, what is this dust that I keep seeing? Me and my friends were like, we have no idea.
Yeah.
So like I finally found out. I like the end. They're like, oh, it's called Tusi. They're like, oh, what's in it? They're like everything. I'm like,
But what's everything?
Yes.
K, speed, MDMA, coke, fucking everything.
What is that a gram?
I have no idea. I didn't do it.
Well, I know, but I'm just like curious, the business aspect of it.
I don't know, but
Jesus.
it was everywhere.
What is that? So it's like doing a crazy speedball
I guess. Yeah.
minus the heroin.
Yeah. No.
So it's a little healthier than a speedball.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
If healthy is the word you're going to use to describe that.
Jesus, Tusi. That just, you got to make up your mind. Am I up or am I going to sleep? What am I doing?
You're
like,
never going to sleep.
fuck.
But you're never going to stay awake either.
Damn, that sounds intense.
I've been there. Like you hit that wall where it's like there's nothing that could keep you awake. You're like, it's day 4. You're like, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. No amount of anything will keep.
Will keep me up.
Yeah.
It's such a disgusting yet kind of magical thing to do every now and then.
I mean, this was a million years ago. I cannot listen. I
A
can't.
million. It was probably 3 years ago. Let's be honest, Rich.
No. I
2 years
can't.
before COVID.
I can't handle like up all night. I can't drink like that anymore.
No,
like
I can't.
Dude.
I have 2-day hangovers. I'll have 6
can't do
beers.
it.
I'll have
Rich,
2-day hangovers.
what did I tell you while we were driving up here? I was live streaming. I was in Jersey. I finished around 1-ish.
Yeah.
Went to bed. Let's call it 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Woke up at 4. And I haven't been to sleep. Well, I mean, like, taking little cat naps. And I am exhausted. I was 16, 17. Bro, I'd have been bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, dude, I can't. Now I'm just like, I'm like 10 o'clock. I'm like, I gotta go to bed, bro.
Yeah.
I want to get in bed. I can't. Every now and then it's nice to.
I had the Sunday scaries last night, so like I did not sleep very well, and then I had to be on Long Island at 10 o'clock. So I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, I can't hang like I used to. I can get a little loose.
I get anxiety fine, normal, sober. Like I can't do shit.
My anxiety's been through the roof lately. Yeah, I can't. I gotta like, I can maybe do it once or twice a year and get a little loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it
remember-
won't be like that for this bachelor party in Montreal, which it probably won't be.
Probably gonna get uninvited to it because me and your dad are fighting so much.
No comment. I was just gonna say something, but I decided.
Yeah,
not
let's not air that.
And on that note,
How long have we been recording for? What time is it?
like an hour, 20 minutes.
What time is it?
2:30, 2:35.
We got a little more time.
I got a story. You want to hear a Hooters story?
Yeah.
Always.
Hooters.
Yeah.
What state did this take place in?
This is April 1st, 2001.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hooters announces a sales competition
Yeah.
for their servers.
Yeah.
Whoever sells the most beer in a day wins a Toyota of their choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So this girl smashed everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Theo, you didn't hear the story?
So her prize was a toy Yoda and said it was an April Fool's joke.
Really?
So she sued them, and a year later they settled for an undisclosed amount. And the lawyer, the only comment he was willing to give the press was she could buy any number of Toyotas she wants.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fuck you, Hooters.
Yeah.
Hooters used to do some shady shit. I knew this guy in Charlotte. His name was something Tommy Yates. He was like the fucking man for Jack. He was like the Jack Daniels rep in Charlotte. This guy would roll up on a Harley with this hot chick who was like half his age. She was probably like 18 at the time. Now I'm thinking about it. So hot, and he was the fucking man. We used to get grinded out with this guy. He was awesome. Loved this guy. And he was telling me about. He's like, oh, fucking Hooters. You know how they made all their money, right? Because this guy was like OG Southern, like the panhandle man, the king of the panhandle. He's like, yeah, back in the day, Florida, what do you think they came in all them fucking chicken wing boxes? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, bricks. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. He's like, Hooters. That's where they made their money. Not that shitty food. I'm like, really? Yeah, I buy
I
that.
thought it was the experience.
Fuck the experience. There's only like one Hooters left in Long Island now.
I think there's one in Manhattan.
The one in Fresh Meadows is still there.
Is it the one in, well, that's
by
not Long Island, but yeah, there's that one in Queens where the jitney
at
stop
jitney
is, right?
stop, that one's still there. I think the one in the city's still there too.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm talking about Long Island.
Across from
there's only one
MSG.
Is there?
Yeah, I think that one. It's upstairs.
Are they good looking Hooters girls? That's what I'm saying. Down south,
If
the
you're
Hooters girls.
if you're a server, and you're pretty, I would say, very attractive, like you're probably not going to work at Hooters.
I knew
in New York
this-
City. You're probably going to work somewhere else.
I was friends with
You
this.
make way more money at
Yeah.
Your average check size is
Yeah.
$85.
Bunch of white trash coming into the
Tourists,
city.
yeah.
Tourists, like
Yeah.
only a tourist is going to
A
Hooters.
lot of like non-American tourists that don't tip shit anyway.
No.
Yeah.
I knew I was friends with a girl. What was her name? I can't remember her name. Brooke or something. And down in South.
Down south?
Yeah.
That
yeah,
checks out.
Brooke name. And this girl looked like a Brooke, but she was like a top level Hooters girl. I had no idea until I like became friends with this girl that they have like a Hooters like a Miss America pageant for Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
She was the Hooters, like the one. When we were down there, she was like won the year prior. This girl was so hot. Gorgeous.
My cousin was in the, this is a long time ago, from Arizona, was in the Hooters swimsuit calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Nice. Nice Hooters. Now they have what they have thing like Twin Peaks. You ever go to a Twin Peaks?
No.
They have one in Orlando. It's like Hooters for girls who probably take Suboxone. Yeah,
They all have thin upper lips.
it's Hooters for girls with thin upper lips. Yeah, and then like bad tattoos. Yeah, but they wear like really skanky, like Catholic school, like the dresses and like yeah, but it's
Yikes.
white like trash Hooters, trash Hooters.
And on that note,
On that note, Hooters do a little rebranding.
yeah, do better. Hooters.
Yeah, do better, Hooters. Like for real, how long they been in business? They haven't done any rebranding of the uniform. Like,
It ain't broke. Don't fix it.
but it is broke because the food sucks. They're closing
Food has always
locations.
sucked.
The wings aren't even good.
That's it.
It doesn't work in New York. The Hooters model doesn't work in New York.
What?
First of all, they were founded on April Fool's Day. That's amazing.
What, Hooters?
Yeah. What year do you think they were founded?
Wait, they were founded on April
on
Fool's Day?
April Fool's Day. Incorporated on April Fool's Day.
Was it the year I was born, 1985? Because a lot of good stuff happened on April 1st,
yeah, older than
1985.
Older than that.
Oh, yeah?
1983.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was like a
Jordan
staple.
1 came out on
Just
April 1st, 1985.
Serving cocaine and wings since '83, I guess.
Rich, you talk a lot of sneakers for somebody who still hasn't given me my sneakers.
They're
And on that note,
they're at the
the Calypso.
Beep, 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 beep. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next time.
See you next week.